What you guys, got another video here for you on SecureAplus. Now we're going to be doing a review of the actual software and then also doing some testing with it in the same video. So buckle up and let's enjoy the content. I'm going to give you a quick tour of the software first and then we can do some testing afterwards. First off, does it cost any money? Well, first you get 1 year's licensing for free, and then you can do a referral program which gives you further time after that, okay, and up to 2 years I think after that, and you can continually do more likes and stuff like that on their Facebook and Google Plus, which gives you more time as well. So let's take a look at that first before we look at the software. So if you go to their website here, you can download the to SecureAplus and get this for free for 1 year. Now this is also linked to the cloud, which gives you 12 antiviruses as well, and we'll go through those a little bit later on, which ones they are. And also we can look at the referral program. So the referral program is basically levels of commitment. So if you go to level 1 and you like each one of these, so Facebook, Twitter and Google Plus, you'll get 50 points each, which gives you another 3 months basically if you like all 3 of those. You can then move on to level 2 and go on to sharing your content, your links and stuff with other people, and that will give you an extra time, as you can see here, extra 50 points, which gives you an extra 3 years license extension. And then also you can go further again, which level 3, and go down the road of giving an honest review, and you will get as much as 16 times more points in one go. That's enough for 2 more years licensing, so you don't have to pay for a few years if you go down this road. Now a lot of companies are doing this nowadays, so it's not just a scam. That's what a lot of people are doing, so you can have a good look at this type of thing and see whether you want to do it. Now if you don't want to go down that route, you can also go down the route of just paying for it, which is 1 year for $22.50, and you can do that, and that's dollars by the way. So that's for one computer. For 3 years you can get it for $40.50. So if you don't do Facebook, Twitter and all that, you can just go and bite the bullet and pay $40 and have it for 3 years. Okay, so that's the software there, how much it costs. Let's take a look at the actual software itself. Now I did say that this is different to normal antiviruses because this works on a whitelisting type of thing, which basically when you install it will do a full scan of your computer and then build up a database, a whitelist database of everything on your system. Now as long as your system is clean, it will say you've got a clean bill of health and everything is now whitelisted. So when you go on the internet and download stuff, it will then say, do you want to keep this file or down or install it? If it's dodgy, you can then delete it and so on. So there is the chance for user error there, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. So first off, let's go to the settings tab here, and you can see here you've got some tabs on the side. Pretty simple user interface really. A lot of companies are using this type of interface nowadays. And you can see we've got Universal AV. Now Universal AV can give you a daily upload limit. You can change this if you wish to whatever internet connection speed that you've got, and also you've got message pop up and then exclusions. Now you can see here uncheck any of these type of antivirus programs. These are the ones that are going to be used. Why you'd want to untick them I don't know, but I mean leave them ticked because these are the ones that it's going to be scanning against on the cloud. Okay, so you can see we've got some big players here. We've got AVG, Avira, Bitdefender, Clamwin, ESET, Emsisoft, McAfee, Microsoft Security Essentials, Norman, Quick Heal and Sophos and Total Defense. Now this list could grow in time depending whether they get more people on board, but this is what's going to be on the cloud. Okay, now again I wouldn't untick any of these. I'd keep these all ticked because that's what it's going to scan against. But if you come down to whitelisting here, you can see you've got standard and advanced mode here, okay, at the top, and it's on interactive mode. This will prompt you when to trust and run a program on your system. So basically it's going to be down to you to say whether you trust that or not. Now what SecureAplus is going to do is give you a little bit of a hint whether that program is dodgy or not, due to Virus Total and other stuff. Okay, so you do get a bit of help, but you still have to look and be careful on what you click on. So again, lockdown mode, speaks for itself. All untrusted programs will be automatically blocked from running on the computer. Trust all, and you can see here's a little drop down menu for 5 minutes, 30 minutes until reboot. This is basically going to allow your computer to act as normal and install whatever you like. Okay, so be very careful when you're using this feature, okay, if you want to stay safe. By default it's on interactive mode. Now again, advanced mode here will be here. You click on this and you can see here you've got all your advanced stuff. You can view log and stuff like that. So if you're a little bit more professional and a bit more understanding about this stuff, you can go on to advanced settings and you can look inside here, and this will give you all the understanding of what's going on here. So you can see restricted applications, and you can see the trusted certificates, and the trusted certificates work on basically on a thumbprint, which is a big long code. And these, if I pull this open a little bit here, you'll see what I mean. So these codes here, these like hash codes, you can see here, which is Acronis, Adobe. They've got some of the big players inside here, and they've built up a list of all the trusted stuff. Okay, and these have got their own basically a fingerprint or thumbprint of what that program is. So for instance, if you had say something like Acronis and you thought it was Acronis and it run and it doesn't marry up with this, it's going to block it. Okay, so that's the way it works. You can add more in if you wish, and you can see here you've got scripts and status. Okay, so let's move on to scanning. So we've got scanning area here, which is your enable offline antivirus, which is your ClamAV. It runs off the offline antivirus engine of ClamAV. And you've also got enable universal AV and enable real-time scanning. As you're using the computer, it's scanning and watching what you're doing. So exclusions, again, you can add and remove stuff here. Okay, and also included file types you can add on for offline antivirus. You can add all these in here as well. Okay, right, let's move on to the update area. Update, again, automatic update is a really good thing to do. Just leave it on automatic update. This is going to update in the background and keep your system software up to date, and also your virus signatures up to date. So that's going to make sure that you don't have to worry about updating it yourself. You can do by clicking on this, and it will go up on the internet and download all the latest signatures for that. Okay, now again, to do with the software, you can also manually update if you wish. It will check to make sure you're fully updated, but if you've got it on automatic, it will run in the background. It's as simple as that. Again, manage user rights. This is basically where you can give trusted accounts, add in a trusted account. You can see administrators, you can add other ones in if you wish here, other user accounts into the trusted group, or you can just leave it as this. But basically you can see that it's pretty straightforward. You can add and remove stuff and then apply. Okay, read all the instructions, take your time and learn about the program, because it is different to a antivirus program like Avast and all the other types of programs. Okay, you got your little tabs down the bottom here, store, account and about and home. You can play around with those as well. Okay, so let's just go back to the home here, and then from there you've got the next tab, which is your complete scan. This is basically going to do a complete scan of multi-antivirus programs in the cloud, and this will allow you to run scans on that. So you can see a complete scan here. It's doing a complete scan, and also you've got your about here and your license, which is something, so when you purchase it you put your license inside there. Okay, you've got your view log and your delete log, disable upload, complete scan, and retrieve last scan, which is pretty useful. If you said you was infected, you can also retrieve that last scan to show someone, say this is what I did, and send it to a technician or something. So you've got quarantine and history here, as you can see, and this is basically your history of what it's been found, and your quarantined, all your files that have been quarantined here, and also your ignored. Okay, and this will be listed up. You can see this is clear at the moment. That's because we haven't done any scans, and we're going to be doing that in a second. Now you can remove from the ignored list, as you can see here. If you had something here and you made a mistake, you can also remove that from there. You can select all and unselect all, and so on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is do some link testing with this software. and these can be a bit hit and miss depending on whether the link's live or not, but this is going to be all malware related links, and see whether the program stops the actual program from running when we block it. And I've got Process Explorer open on the left hand side here, and this is to see whether anything slips through and gets onto the system. So I'm going to run this one, and you can see straight away it's been detected here as unknown with VirusTotal, and this is saying that there's nothing been found on VirusTotal as yet, but we can always send that to VirusTotal. So it's using VirusTotal to see what this file is. It says untrusted here, as you can see here, and what we're going to do, you can see signed by LLC 1 GB. So what we're going to do is send this to VirusTotal. That's going to take a bit of time, and it'll upload that file and then also scan it and see whether it comes back bad. Okay, so I've left this going for a while now, and it's still taking a bit of time to upload that file. I'm not sure whether it's because this file is too big or what it is, the reason why it's taking so long. So I'm just going to block this. It says untrusted here, so I will block that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is block that. You can see the path here. If you hover over that, you can actually see the path. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly say no to this. Now if you click on more here, it's going to give you the PID number here, and also you can remember this and say no to this. And as I've done that, the actual scan is now completed, and you can see that it's now updated that to its database. It did take a fair bit of time. That needs to be a little bit quicker in my opinion to make this more decisive, because people get impatient and they will click yes to whitelist it, and then they're going to get infected. We can open this up, and this will tell us exactly what's gone on, and you can see now that it's a Trojan downloader, and we do not definitely want to click on that. We want to click no. It says pup here and a few other bits and pieces. A few of these have let it go through. So what we're going to do is we're going to say no to this. So I'm going to just say no here, and you can see it's now been blocked, and there it is there, the path here. So we're just going to click OK here. Nothing is on the system here. You can see nothing slipped through on the left hand side here. I'm going to click OK, and now we need to do another link. So let's try another link here. So we're going to run this one here, run, and you can see here this has been detected here. It says are you sure you want to run it. We're going to click run here. I want to see if this actually detects. It hasn't detected it. Windows has prevented this from running. You've got more options here. Click on more info. This says run anyway, and you can see here unknown publisher. We're going to say no to this. We don't want to run that, but Windows blocked that one, but this hasn't detected that. We'll run this one, and you can see here the publisher of fu-flash.exe has been couldn't be verified. Here also you can see win.adware.mplug-52 has been detected by Clamwin, and it's giving you the option to quarantine, delete, ignore once, or ignore permanently. You can quarantine them if you wish. I'm going to just remember this and delete it and get rid of that. Now also here, if you try to run it here, it would have just blocked it, so it's just got blocked straight away there. Let's try another one. I'm going to run this one. That's been blocked. Let's try another one. I'm going to run this one. Again, that's been blocked. A required privilege is not held by the client. Click OK. We're going to try a couple of more, and that one's been blocked. Click OK. We'll try another one and run this one. This will be the last one, I think. Okay, so that's now done. So as you can see there, we can see that was blocking a lot of those. It's just trying to get the actual links on the system that are working well. I mean, we did as many as we could there. I don't want to be bogged down with trying too many more, but you can see there's nothing really running on the system. Nothing got through here. So what we want to do next is run a scan on the computer with some malware and try to run these, and I'll do that and set this up right now. So I'm going to quickly scan samples here. We can right click on this, and as you can see here, you've got scan samples, trust level, and you can trust application, installer, and so on, and you've got your show all trusted levels. So we're just going to quickly scan on this, and this will take a bit of time. You can see already it started to detect stuff here, so I'm just going to quickly delete that file. And it's just going to go through there and scan these and detect them as it goes, and we'll just let that finish off its scan, and I'll come right back when that's complete. Okay, that's the scan now complete, and as you can see here, it's detected 86 threats out of 126. So we can see what's actually been detected by, if you look here, Clamwin, and it tells you which ones have actually detected that. If I pull this across, all of them have detected this one, and so on. So pretty good effort there, and also you can see that it gives you a nice indication of what actually scanning software is detecting what. So we're going to remove all these. Now the reason why the others might not have been detected is because they may not have been executables or something of that nature, and we'll try and have a look at those right now. And you can see here these are the actual files, so just see what's left. So there's 40 files there, as you can see, and these are the actual files. So I'm just going to have a little quick look here. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try and run some of these and see what happens. So we'll quickly click on this, and you can see straight away it's detecting these now. So when we click on these, we can get a detection ratio on those of 4750. We don't want to run that, so we can definitely get rid of that. And again, some of these aren't executables, and I'm pretty sure that if we rename these to executable files, and then if we run this, I'm pretty sure that it's going to find them like it is there, as you can see. Again, we're going to just say no to this, and you can take it to the VirusTotal site there. I'm going to click no, and it will take you to here. I'm going to click close here. Okay, again, what we're going to do here is some of these are probably executables and not DLL files, but they won't run on the system until you click on them, so we'll try and change one of those. So this one, we'll try this one. Again, it's not signed, as you can see here, and it's a high ratio on VirusTotal, and we don't want to run that at all. And that's now been blocked, and it's taking you to that location there, samples, and so on. So let me just quickly change one of these here, and I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. So if, for instance, if this one here, if I name this .exe and try to run it, we'll see whether that is the case, and we'll try and run that, and it's going to say detection, as you can see there. This file has not been signed, and it's also a very high ratio on there. So I'm pretty sure that if these files were all named correctly to what they were, they would have been detected as well. But even so, to run this program, you would have to run that as an executable to get it running, and this is where this program comes in to its own, because you would just block. Now the only thing I would suggest is, you know, this is always going to come down to user error, where if the person actually clicks yes, they will install. So it's always going to be reliant on the user to actually say yes or no as well. So basically that's it there. I'm going to leave that one as is. As you can see, that's how it detects all those when you click on them and run it. It does a pretty good job. So if you do like this type of program, SecureAplus, then give it a go and see what you think of it. Now obviously He could have spent more time and doing more in-depth testing on it. It's not about trying to prove its credibility. I think it's already a very good program, and it's a very good way of blocking malware. So I didn't want to sort of try and go too deep into it and scan a ton of links and stuff to try and get it to find one that doesn't work. I just wanted to show you how it does block malware, and you can pretty much work out from there that it does a pretty good job. Now also we can run Malwarebytes on the system, and I'm going to do that right now just to see whether there's anything on the system. And I'm going to delete all these files here, and we'll get rid of everything here, and we'll get rid of this file here, and we'll go from there. Empty this out, and I'll do a CClean on it to clean up all the temp files, make sure there's nothing on the system, and then we'll run a quick scan with Malwarebytes. Okay, so I've run a quick scan with CCleaner, and basically that's cleaned up all the temp files. Make sure there's nothing left on this system so we don't get no traces being left behind. Also, I'll have a quick look, Process Explorer, and then we'll run Malwarebytes on the system to see whether there's anything that gets detected. So let me just quickly get those programs. So as you can see here, there is nothing running here which I can see. But we will run a scan with Malwarebytes to see if there's anything been left on the system. I don't think anything got through at all, so I'm just going to quickly get Malwarebytes installed. So when you go to install Malwarebytes, what's going to happen is it's going to ask whether you want to run it, because it's that type of program. You can see here signed by Malwarebytes, and you can see the virus total detection ratio is 0, and so it should be. And we of course want to run this to install it, and we're going to say yes to this because we know it's a good program. So we're going to install that and then say yes. So if there's anything that you want to install that it asks you to do and it's a good known program, then you can just click yes. So we're just going to quickly install this, and we can then run a scan on there. Get rid of this, and we can just leave the premium version on. Doesn't really matter for now. So we're going to run a quick scan with Malwarebytes, and we'll see if there's anything been detected. Okay, so we've got the trial version of the premium version, and we're going to quickly fix this and run a scan. Okay, so that's a scan nearly complete there, and while that scan is finishing off, I'll just quickly show you the resources that this program may be using. Okay, so that's the scan completed, and as you can see there was nothing found or detected on the system, which I pretty much expected. Okay, so there's one more little job to do, and that's look at the task manager. I know you guys like to read all about how much usage it's using, CPU usage and memory usage. To me personally, it doesn't really make such a big deal today, because obviously the systems we have today are so much faster and so much more memory. Most people have got ample memory, more than they need to run an operating system, and so I don't see this to be much of a problem really. But you can do the working out here. You can see memory and CPU here. This is on a virtual machine, by the way, so you can see here Malwarebytes is 58.6 megabytes here, and also you can see here Malwarebytes is 197.8 megabytes, and you've got Clamwin up here as well, and there's some other bits and pieces to do with SecureAplus as well. Here you can see a couple of other bits and pieces, but you can work all that stuff out for yourself if you want. Personally, the machine works fine, and it's on a virtual machine, so I don't think that's so much of a big issue. Anyway, so we're going to close that one off. Now, do I like the program? I think it's a great program for protecting people. There's always going to be this issue with user error where people click yes or no. I think the problem is with today's world is lack of knowledge. There's a lot of people out there that don't have the knowledge, don't understand about how stuff works, and they always fall foul to it. There's one born every minute in this world, and that's what's happening today. We've got tons of people scamming people, sending emails out, you know, hoping that someone's gonna fall for that scam. And that's the same thing with cold callers and stuff like that. It's always been the same. So it's going to come down to user error. So if you're not experienced and you get a pop-up popping up there saying this file is infected, or this hasn't got a signature, and you don't understand what that means, and you click yes, you're going to get infected. And that's the way it works. So anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to end this video. My name is Brian from brightechcomputers.co.uk. If you enjoy these videos, guys, then hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date when I upload new videos. Now, if you haven't been over to the forums, then also go over there and register over there. You can always help out, or if you've got a problem, you may want to post on there. There's some good guys over there that are helping out. And if you haven't been to my website, brightechcomputers.co.uk, there's a subscribe button up there which will allow you to subscribe to my feed for newsletters every week, and you'll get access to all my tutorials and other guides and stuff like that, which I do on my website. So check those out. Anyway, have a great weekend, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.